Hi, everyone. If there's anybody who is logged in yet, if you can send me a chat and let me know if you can hear me okay, I would always appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. My name is Colleen O'Connor, and I am a certified Yuen Method master. Today, we are going to look at the topic of improving and advancing your career. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. So, welcome. I'm just, as I always like to do, just a little quick review and introduction of what is the Yuen Method, so that if there's anybody that is tuning in that is not familiar and doesn't know, that you can have a snapshot of what it is and why we're getting here and gathering here today. Okay, great. Thank you, Paula. So the Yuen Method is a technique created by Dr. Kam Yuen, and he was a 35th generation Shaolin Kung Fu master. He was also a chiropractor and an aerospace engineer. Yes, he was. Not a slouch. So he combined all three of those techniques to create the Yuen Method. The way it started was when he was young and he was sparring in Kung Fu matches, he could feel where his opponent's weaknesses were. And because he could feel where the weaknesses were, he would attack those areas and he would take out his opponent and he would be very successful at winning. That is a component of Kung Fu, where they are taught to send their mind out of their body, so to speak. In other words, basically just get out of their head and really feel and intuit and perceive the way that animals in nature do. That's a big part of that training, is to be like animals on a physical level, where they can sense something immediately and respond immediately in that moment. So when he had that training already, and then he went to work as an aerospace engineer. So with engineering, he had the capacity and the training to be always solving problems, and how he could always streamline and simplify any sort of situation to make something function better and faster. Then later, he became a chiropractor. So as a chiropractor, again, he would be able to feel when he was working on, with his clients or his patients, he could feel where their weaknesses were. And by being able to feel where those weaknesses were, he would then, instead of attacking those areas, he found a way and developed a way over time to strengthen and improve those areas. So he was finding their weaknesses of that person, then he was making that weak area strong, so that that person's nervous system was basically putting the body back in sync, back to its natural neutral capacity to resolve its own, any problems that that person was having. And he developed this in such a way that we do not have to be in the same room. We don't have to be in the same country. We can do this now on a live stream like this. Sometimes when I'm teaching classes or meeting over Zoom or with individual sessions. So it's a way that we can connect and resolve issues without having to be in the same physical location, because we're doing it all very quickly and we're doing it on an energetic level. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to first take the energy of the group and make sure we're all in alignment with each other. And then we're going to look at career weaknesses that the group is having as a whole. And then I'm going to look at the individual requests that you all sent in, and we'll spend a few minutes. Again, I just always want to put the disclaimer. I do my best to include everybody's topic, but I am sticking to a 75-minute format, and we'll get to whatever we get to in that time frame. And as always, if you have just a lot going on, then you might find that you need more than this group, and you might need an individual session as well. So let's see who's we got here. Oh, hello, Grace. How are you doing? Yay. Great to see everybody. We've got our usual crew. So welcome, everyone. Okay, I'm going to take a moment here and get us all synced up. Did some of this beforehand, but we're going to just check in and see how our group is doing in terms of just syncing up with one another. We have people from all over the place. We have people from different countries, inside the U.S., outside the U.S., Canada. We've got people in Colombia and different parts of Europe. Okay, so looking at our group here, making everyone even. Strengthening everybody's midline. Strengthen the physical intelligence and the cranial brain, spinal cord. Oh, hello, Marita. And the 6 brains, integration of the nervous system. So cranking up that physical intelligence. Strengthen everybody's neutrality to be positive, not positive, negative, not negative, neutral. I strengthen everybody's mind. Strengthening your mind, emptying your mind. Strengthen your spirit, empty your spirit. Your mind out of your spirit out of your mind. Other people's minds, other people's spirits. We want to strengthen, maybe you be strong to other people's minds and spirits, and then send them out of the presence of your whole being, your body, mind, and spirit. So we send those away. And if you're not used to it by now, I yawn a lot because it's just how my body responds to the energy as we're moving it and clearing. So we want to have body, mind, spirit strong separate and strong together. We want to make sure the conscious, subconscious, and non-conscious aspects of the mind are all even, integrated, and balanced, that they're strongly neutral, that there's no conflict, no contradictions, no sabotage. So we're moving that. And just notice how you're feeling as we go along. And strengthen your knowing, deleting your thinking, deleting emotions, strengthen your intuition, feeling, and your perception. Perception needs to be a little stronger. It's not infinite potential. So let's speed up that perception. And those that know how to do so, let's have you tense and untense your midline. So that midline is that line, imaginary line that goes from the top of your head along your spinal cord down to the pubic area of your body, and it divides the 2 sides of your body. And we always want to be connecting into that midline because that supports the nervous system, and it keeps us, in a way, really keeps us connected to ourselves. Otherwise, your energy can be just going out all over the place. You want to bring it back in, and you want to connect to that midline. And then we do this thing in the Yuen Method where we tense and untense, which basically means you're just sort of contracting and relaxing, which is something that we do naturally in our body. It's like matching the heartbeat in your body, or the baseline, right? So you're just that midline. I'm going to strengthen you all to connect to it. You tense it and untense it, tense and untense. So you're increasing the energy of your physical intelligence, of your nervous system. Okay, I feel a little shift there. So strengthen you for your knowing, leading your thinking, leading emotions, intuition, feeling, perception. Okay, we just did that. That's good. Let's strengthen your insight, your feeling, perception, intuition, knowing right, strong, wrong, weak. So answers, actions, and results. Strengthen them to get results for what you want, what you need, and what you desire. Fast, not fast. Slow, not slow. So we're just cranking up the speed. And then strengthen the readiness. Ready, open, and receptive. Strengthen the connection. You to yourself, you to the planet, you to the universe. So the universe could be stronger. So universal connection. Let's connect to your brain receiver. And again, just like the midline, we're going to tense and untense the brain receiver. So I'm connecting on your brain receivers, gently tensing them, untensing them, no effort, tense, untense. So that brain receiver can connect to the universe, and the universe back to the brain receiver. So you can connect to universal support, universal in the information, insight, and knowing whatever you need from the universe at any given time and space. Excuse me. Okay, and let's see, yourself, planet, universe. I feel stronger now. Let's make sure your connection, your soul, your higher source, your higher self. Let's strengthen that higher self connection, body, mind, and the spirit. Strengthen that, empty the spirit of anything it doesn't need. It's not you and not yours. Okay, and that's strong for discernment, Your knowing, your insight, your knowing feels good. Your insight could be a little stronger. Your truth. Let's make you strong for your truth, your whole truth and nothing but the truth. Let's strengthen you for mastery. Take charge, self-mastery, and expertise. And then to receptivity. Ready, open, receptive, we got that, but let's clear any resistance. That's good. Resistance, rejection, reverse perception, and reverse perception. Okay, acceptance, allow, acknowledge, accept. So accepting, receiving, feeling, and perceiving. So perceiving, it needs to be stronger. It's not infinite potential. So we got infinite potential. Invincible. Okay. Okay. And let's strengthen the insight, feeling, perception, intuition, right, strong, wrong, weak. And let's strengthen that Yuen mastery. 100% infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. Possible, invincible, inevitable. Okay, strengthen that mastery. Deletion. Strong to delete, to release, to forgive, unconditional. Okay, let's strong to make you all strong to reset, to reprogram, to restart. Internal boundaries, external boundaries, internal dynamics, external dynamics. Okay, strengthening all that. Okay. So let's just also make sure we're all synced up. Let's even out our countries, cultures, languages. That all seems good. Make sure, even though we're in different places on a physical level, we want to have, it's almost like we want to be energetically in the same physical place, this sort of middle physical place that we're all meeting. So physical dimension, physical universe, physical existence. So strong physical existence, physical time, physical space, physical body. So bring you all back into your body. And you're strong to your surroundings, strong to your own surroundings. And then even out everyone's surroundings. So let's even out that energy. Okay, and then everyone to be balanced, center, stable, grounded, neutral, midline. Feel this all to your midline. You to all the improvement to you. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Internal boundaries. Let's check the group. Internal boundaries, external boundaries got to be stronger. Internal dynamics, external dynamics, and the vertices all strong. Okay, let's make sure we're synced up. Let's sync up all our nervous systems, our physical intelligence, higher selves, heart to heart. Let's remove any karma, a little karma coming up here. What's that karma about? Relationships, relationship with yourself, relationship with others, people, relationship with you. Let's remove any karma here. It's an indirect karma and partial indirect. It's from the ancestors. So ancestors, cultural, religion, territories, languages. Okay, let's clear all that. Excuse me. And karma neutrality. Karma, no karma, judgment, no judgment, blame, no blame, criticism, no criticism. Some emotions. Let's delete all, make sure all the emotions are even. And then delete the emotions down to 0 minus infinity. All areas of life, all levels of being, all time and space, aspects of self, macro, micro, nervous system, Bring all that down to 0 minus infinity. I'm feeling it. Okay, and then let's look at what kind of experiences with the karma. Some abandonment and rejection and loss. Okay, let's make those all even and delete those down to 0 minus infinity. Let's have you not be having to pay off anybody else's karma, so just delete that. And no need to suffer. That's a big one right now. I notice people feeling guilty because of all the stuff other people are going through, but we want to be in our, if we're in our power and our joy, then other people can be too. Okay, let's delete the sources, the reasons, the causes out of the past, the future, and the effects of the karma. Down to 0 minus infinity. And that strengthen telepathic communication. Everybody connecting through structure, systems, organ, tissue, the cells, molecules, atoms, quantum particle, quantum level. All the way down to the RNA, DNA, subcellular. So you want your telepathic communication with yourself to be strong, and then with each other strong, and with anybody else and others to you. So that we have verbal, nonverbal communication all even and all strong. Okay, and then a little bit more with evenness in our bodies, our minds, spirits. So even out everybody's minds. And a psychic level. So let's remove any psychic interfering influences from the ancestors, collective, cells, cultural, religion, and even descendants. This lifetime, all lifetimes. Hello. Oh, oh, thank you, Phyllis. Okay, let's delete all that down to 0 minus infinity. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget. Okay, that felt good. Now let's just make sure everybody's open for feeling the shift. Okay, let's clear some bothers. All the bothers, which is quite frankly understandable at these things that are going on in the world right now, but we don't want to be bothered. So the bothers, how many? Finite, infinite, beyond, infinite bothers. And it's not your bothers, it's all the bothers of everybody else being bothered. So let's make those even, one, contained, down to earth, finite, big, little, heavy, light, serious, silly, difficult, easy, complicated, simple, and just minimize it all down. All these bothers and effects, make them even. You're strong to them, separate from you, and send them all away to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, place, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. All those hooks, cut the cords, ties, attachments, sentiment, stories. Okay. And let's make you strong to having no problems. You to the improvement to you, that's good. Deep mental thinking, clear any memories that may be interfering with your improvement back to this time and space. Okay, and let's clear any misfits. So in the Yuen Method, we have all these things we do for what we call final resolution. And we want to be strong to having total resolution before we even get into specifics. So slowness, misguidance, right? Okay, all weaknesses to misguidance about what may be bothering you. And that's from the collective and religion and anybody, a little bit yourself, but mostly others. And strengthen you for feeling the shift, feeling the improvement, feeling better. And strong to delete any false tools. So there's some weakness to forgetting. We don't want to use what we call false tools, which is lying, denying, numbing, shutting down, forgetting, and suppressing, because then we're trying to sort of like push away the problem. With this method, we always want to find out what's really going on, what's the truth, and we'll make you strong to that truth, and then strong to whatever's weakening you, and then strong to deleting the weakness, and then deleting the negative accumulated effects down to 0 minus infinity. So that doesn't bother you. The whole point of this method is to have ideally no bothers, but at least as minimal bothers as possible. Okay, so let's open up your exit portals if you haven't already. Under chin, under arm, the hands, the fingers, the feet, the toes, the genital, the bladder, the colon goes weak, sacred. So let's straighten the colon. Ascending, transverse, descending, and rectum, anus, those are all the parts that connect the colon itself, and that's what it connects to. So make that strong, even, integrated, balance. Put some strong fitness into the colon and make sure it's connecting to the nervous system, the colon. There's a little congestion. A little bit of infestation. Some waste products, so delete that. Time to let that shit go. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Okay, down and out. Okay, reset. Body, mind, spirit, reprogram, thinking, awareness, perception. Restart, reposition, realign. Okay. All right. So how's everybody feeling now? Feeling some shift. Okay. So we're going to look at career, whatever, so the way that the group works, and this is, I know those of you who have been with me in doing this month after month, you're already on board, but in case anybody missed it or anybody new comes in, what happens is when you sign up for this live stream, then you'll get a link in the email that tells you, that gives you a link to a Google form. And in that Google form, you just put in your one sentence or less request that tells me, what you want me to work on in our group setting. And that's what I work off of in our group. And I have you do that because it just makes things so much easier and fast for me so that I can maximize our time and our strengthening and deleting in our group session. All right, so career overall, one thing that Dr. Yuen taught us was that it's not just career. Excuse me. I'm getting a little belchy doing all this strengthening and deleting. I got to send it down and out. We have 5 areas. We've got job, career, purpose, business, and education. So even if you have a job, you want to be strong for business. And even if you have a business and you don't have a job, you still want to be strong for a job. Why? Because those are all elements that come into play. If you have a job, you're working for somebody's business, right? So your job is your business and you are working for a business. So that's why you want to be strong for business. If you have a business, you still want to be strong for a job because you're doing different jobs. Even if you're a solo entrepreneur like myself, I'm doing different jobs as part of my business. And also, most likely, you have had jobs at some point in your life, even if you have a business now, and you want to be strong for those because you can have experiences from those past jobs that may be weakening or affecting your business. And I've had that. I've had to work through a lot of that because of just some negative work experience. So we want all those elements to be strong. So let's strengthen that for everybody here, making sure all 5 areas are on a general level nice and strong. The internal boundaries goes a little weak, external boundaries, internal dynamics goes weak, and external dynamics and adversities. Okay, so some weaknesses with that. So we're strengthening that for everybody here. Okay, and with our group here, we're going to look as a whole, even though we want to work on career, we want to first just check in and see what area of life is weakest for the group in this millisecond. So when I look at our group here and I feel into our life octagon, Okay, a little physical intelligence is not too bad, but physical intelligence and career, there's some weakness. So we're going to just do physical intelligence first. And we did some already, but we need to go a little bit deeper. So let's send your mind out. Your integrated computer goes weak. So let's make sure the integrated computer is strong. Your cellular computer, integrated computer, your nervous system computer. So all the computers need to be evenly strong. Let's strengthen your internal fitness to your nervous system, to your physical intelligence. Your internal chi needs to be stronger. Okay, that feels better. And let's strengthen your hexagon of physical knowing. Feeling, perception, intuition are strong, but we want to strengthen physical awareness and then telepathic communication with these elements. So it's not just always enough to strengthen them individually. We want to strengthen them in conjunction with these other aspects of physical intelligence. Okay, and then strengthen, make sure your internal communication is strong, your brain, your two-way connections in your brain to all the parts of your body. I'm just going to do that on a general level, so it could be quick. And then your cranial brain, spinal cord brain goes weak. So let's put strong energy into your spine, to the brain function. Excuse me. And then your coccyx brain. So strengthen that coccyx brain, untwisting, unrotating, unwinding, putting it back in sync, back in order, back in rhythm. Let's connect the missing tail to the coccyx brain. And then coccyx brain, some speed, so some slowness. So lead to slowness from the collective, from yourself, from culture, from spouses. This lifetime, not others. So in the past. So deleting that. Okay. And then let's try to we've got to speed things up even more. So more speed. We're strong for below, at, but not for beyond the speed of light. Not that you're going to actually go beyond the speed of light. Maybe you could, but we want you to be strong for it. We always want the internal functioning of the body and energy to be way faster than everything outside of you, so that everything around you seems smaller and slower than inside, so you don't feel overwhelmed, and that you can feel like your environment, your surroundings supports you. So this is one, I'm telling you, the way the planet is speeding up and time is speeding up, you have to stay on top of this. So below the speed of light, at the speed, beyond the speed, and then physical intelligence, and then connecting and resonating with all of this. So pentagon of speed and time. Infinite potential, down to zero, minus infinity, possible, inevitable, invisible. Okay, how are we feeling? Let me hear from you in the chat. Okay, let's strengthen that pentagon of physical and performance. And physical telepathy, sources of reasons, causes, past, future. Let's strengthen the cells. Neutral, good. And some congestions lead to congestion. And then the cells and the quantum particles. And some infestation. Some dead cells. So let's delete those dead cells. We crank up the black holes, strengthen the black holes, empty the black holes, rejuvenate the black holes, the internal black holes to the external, and the external to internal. We always want to have those black holes open. They're another form really of exit portals. We want the black holes to be always taking all the junk. It's like we've got a couple of different sort of garbage men. We've got the spirit, believe it or not, is actually meant to remove the waste product from our body. And then black holes is another exit point And then we have our exit portals, the under chin, under arm, the hands, the fingers, feet, toes, the genitals, bladders, and colon, sacrum. So all those. Okay, so black holes, stagnation, blockage, congestion, inflammation, infestation feels much better. So lightening you up. Okay, let's strengthen the meninges. And so calm the nerves, strengthen the nerves, calm. I don't know if any of you watch Lee Harris. He is an intuitive from the UK, lovely, lovely man, and he has a YouTube channel. He does this monthly energy update every month, and he's just been the last few months talking about the nervous system, which ties directly into the Yuen Method, because that's one of the main things that we work with all the time. Your nervous system is your computer, and he's talking about how with all that's happening on the planet and all the changes and all the sort of things that are coming up to be cleared, that the nervous system can feel overloaded. So, which is great, because in the Yuen Method, we quickly and easily work with the nervous system. So I'm just strengthening your nervous systems right now, making sure all the components are strongly connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergizing, fitting, and working together, calming the nerves, strengthening the nervous system to strengthen itself, to calm itself, to have centeredness, clarity, balance. Good. Okay, resetting. Okay, now I'm going to look at our list overall. And we're going to take everything on the list. We're going to make it all even. Make it even. One, contain, down to earth and finite. Big to little. Heavy to light. Serious to silly. Difficult to easy. So what I want you to do right now is just tune in when you think about whatever question you submitted, if you did submit something on the sign-up form. Think about your question, because we're going to take a look at, we're going to do a couple of, what I do is do big general sweeps. We make all the topics even, and we want to remember that we're open to other people's questions, because even though it's not your question, you're still going to benefit. You want to be open to connecting with whatever the strengthening and deleting is that we do on that person's topic, because most likely you also have something in their question that would be it's beneficial for you to get that same strengthening, because you might have a related question or maybe even the same question, right? So we just want to be open to what we asked for and what we didn't ask for, so we get all yes. Oh, hello, Mary. Okay, so we're going to take all the topics. How many influences overall with the collective group questions? Finite, infinite, or beyond? Infinite weaknesses, so it's infinite. So your topics, we're going to make them infinite. We're going to make them even, one, and contain. Infinite to finite, and we'll bring it down to earth. Big, little, heavy, light, serious, silly, difficult, easy, complicated, simple, overwhelming to underwhelming, overbearing to underbearing, impossible to possible, unclear to clear, uncertain to certain, unresolved to resolved. Okay, so we're just taking it as like we're pulling it all together, and then we're just shrinking it down so we can deal with it. So dealing, not dealing, having it, not having it, thinking about it, not thinking about it, worrying about it, not worrying about it, talking about it, not talking about it, remembering, not remembering, all those topics. Shown it, separate from it, and separate it all from you, and send it away to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, place, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter, and delete it. All the weaknesses out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind, soul, higher source, higher self, all areas, all levels, all time, macro, micro, nervous system, Really down to zero, minus infinity, beyond zero, minus infinity. What's possible, inevitable, invincible, reinvincible. Let's delete all the sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past and out of the future. Future does not go to the past does not go to the future. Yeah, so there's still some weakness with kind of dragging the past into the future. So let's clear dragging, not dragging, dredging, not dredging, dwelling, not dwelling. Is that from inside or outside? It's from inside, actually. In the mind, non-physical. And some psychic, some others, collective, and family, and then self. It comes from other lifetimes. Let's make all those lifetimes even, those experiences even. There's some fears. Let's make the fears even. And delete those down to zero, minus infinity. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Read the hooks, cut the cords, the ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. Read the sources. Excuse me. Sources, reasons, causes, out of the past, out of the future. There we go. Let's see these old triggers, issues, choices, old programs. That's all areas, all levels, all time aspects. Okay. Let's delete the sources, delete the reasons, the causes, the past, the future, and then all the accumulated effects. Finite, infinite is beyond infinite. Those effects even, make those one, contain. Down to zero, minus infinity. Let's clear the hooks, cut the cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, and stories. Okay. Reset, reprogram, and restart. Now I want you all, again, to tune into whatever question you submitted and see how does that feel now. Does it feel same or different? And we're going to do another round. And let me know in the chat how you're, if you're feeling a shift with your topic. Okay, so let's take those topics again. And where are we at now? Finite, infinite, or beyond infinite weaknesses. Finite, infinite. Now it's down to finite, which is good. We just want it to go, we want the number to keep going down. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands of influences. Okay, and then we look at, is it one, tens, or hundreds? So thousands, ones, tens, hundreds. So hundreds of thousands of influences. And what I'm getting is 700,000. So making those even, those one and contained. Big to little, heavy, light, serious, silly, difficult, easy, complicated, simple, that's all good. Unclear to clear, confusing to clear. Unknown to known. Okay, so delete those. The body, the spirit, the mind, so those are more in the spirit. Delete the sources. There's a billion reasons, a million causes, out of the past and out of the future. So clear the future again. The immediate, the intermediate, the distant and far distance, more the distant and far distant futures. This or other, this lifetime. Let's delete those. Down to zero, minus infinity. Excuse me. Okay, so all the sources, reasons, causes, and then the accumulated effects. It's beyond infinite accumulated effects. Ooh, so the number of weaknesses was smaller, but the effect was bigger. So let's the effects, we're gonna make those even, make those one, make those contain, down to earth and finite. To seriousness, to silly, complicated, simple, harsh, to soft, delete down to 0, minus infinity. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Let's delete the hooks, cut the cords, cut the ties, the attachments, the sentiments, and the stories. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Let's clear some torment out of there. Whew. Let's clear the soul. I know, soul, higher source, and higher self levels. The body, the spirit, and the mind. All levels, all areas. Really clearing that schlango. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, and restarting. Let's clear the hooks, cords, ties, attachments, and stories. Clear the memories, imprints, residuals. Reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, tell me in the chat if you can how you're feeling with that, what we've just been doing, and if you're feeling any shift around whatever question you submitted. Okay, let's do one more swipe here and see if we need it more. How many things for this group with your topic? Burping and yawning. Okay, good. Let's let the burping, let's send the energy down and out as opposed to up, not up, down, not down, down and out. Yawning, good. Okay, so now let's group your questions. How many weaknesses? So there's a few hundred things, less dense. Good, good, good. So now we're down to hundreds, which is good. So you see, I just want you to notice how we're leveraging the power of the group to take all the questions and move a lot of energy in a shorter amount of time by making it all even. And this way, you may not realize it all in this moment, but as you move forward, even beyond this session, that you have more that the strengthening and deleting the effects and benefits are going beyond just your individual question. Okay, so hundreds of things, 100, 200, 500 things. Make them even, one, contained, heavy to light, serious to silly, complicated, simple, overwhelming to underwhelming, overbearing, underbearing, unclear to clear, uncertain to certain, ongoing to one and done. Want whatever questions and problems to be done, finished, complete. Okay. Now all these things, the weaknesses make you strong to it, separate from it, and separate from you, sending it off. Okay, let's delete the sources, a million reasons, a billion causes, out of the past, out of the future, all the effects. The effects go into the empty spaces of your body, so let's delete that. Again, the black holes, substance breakdown, separation, independent motion, energy goes weak. So to strengthen you all to break down substances that you don't need, substances of waste products, things that get lodged in the body, especially the empty spaces. So eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. So forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others, people forgive you, people forgive each other. Okay. Reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, now we're going to look at people's individual questions. I want to make one announcement before I do that. I am going to be offering a group, a career group for starting later in April. So probably around April 23rd, I'm firming up the timing, but I want to find out if any of you, because I do see that there's several things happening for people with career. So whether you have a job, but you either want to improve something in your job, maybe it's just the office dynamics, maybe it is getting a promotion, getting a raise, paid more, or if you're looking for a new job, or if you are trying to start a business while you have a job, or just start a business in general, or you have a business, but you are looking to up level the business, as in get paid more, or get better clients, or maybe there's some other dynamics or things that you need to work through. So all of those things we would be working on in this group. So it would be kind of formatted like a class that I would teach, where it meets 2 hours a week for 6 weeks. And it would start towards the end of April, go on for 6 weeks. And we would, again, just use the group. But it'd be, of course, a paid group, but it can be, if you've got a lot of career changes or things you're trying to accomplish and make happen, it's a great way to get that support. Now, of course, you can also just do individual sessions. And for some people, that might make more sense for them. But this is a way that's more cost effective. And we're doing it every week for 6 weeks so that we can really push things forward. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I am going to put a link in here to in the chat. And I will send this out in subsequent emails too, if you're on my email list. And this is a place if you want to say, hey, yeah, I'm interested. And it's basically going to take it's a little Google form just to get a survey of what your availability is like, to make sure I'm selecting the best day and time for that. So anyway, let's move on to your questions here. Okay, so Grace had a question. She wants to pass, she's taking a test to get an IT job. So let's tune into that. Her situation, passing test IT job. Passing test IT job. She says Florida with teammate. Okay, so passing the test is good. IT job and teammate. So something with teammates. So working with other people. I know, Grace, are you here? I thought I saw you at the beginning. Yes. So 10, 20. So it feels really strong overall, Grace, but I feel like it's at 90%. So maybe it's another 10%. So what's left there? Is it the test? Is it IT? Is it job? Is it teammate? Test, IT job, teammates. Okay, let's change it for IT and job and teammates. Make those even. Pass, test, IT, job, teammate. Yeah, so teammates, so there's something there. So inside or outside external influences, the mind, non-physical, spiritual, limitations, miasms. So miasms, dead influences. Okay, so let's go to the dead influences from the ancestors and culture, religion, spouse, and descendants, this lifetime, other lifetime. That's other lifetimes. Yeah, some heavy spiritual experiences there. Slavery. So we're going to make those all even. And delete those of your soul, higher source, higher self, psychic. Forgive, forget, unconditional, other lives, culture, and self. Oh, let's go to the hooks, core, ties, attachment, sentiment, stories. Okay, it has to do with the relationships with others, with authority, with coworkers. Yeah, so evening out like the levels of people above, the people on the same level as you, like the hierarchy. Everything around that. All areas, all levels, all time and space, aspects of self, macro, micro nervous system. Some ties, attachments, sentiments, and stories. Sadness, grief, and sorrow, and opening everything up. Let's clear lying, denying, some numbing, shutting and some suppressing and forgetting. A lot of false tools going on there. From the collective, from family, parents, siblings, other aunts, uncles, cousins, like your extended family. Let's just do download for you and everybody here. Automatic repeat, strengthening, deleting of these kinds of things that come up. So just on its own keeps clearing and clearing every millisecond. Let's clear those habits, patterns, programs. Reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, how does that seem now, Grace? Internal boundaries, extra boundaries need to be stronger. Reset, reprogram. Okay. Yeah, so Grace, if you want to let me know if that feels same or different. Okay, Mary. Yes, Mary, I see your question. I first work with people submitted questions in advance. So I work with those first, and then I'll look at yours. So just to give you the heads up, processing right now. Okay, let's speed up the process, but let's make your body strong to the speed, strong to the process. Yeah, let's let that just process on its own for a moment. Very good. Okay. All right. Then Lisa had a question. What is blocking me from having an aligned career? Blocking me from having aligned career. So having aligned career goes, it's not even. Not having, aligned, not aligned. So strengthen you, delete any misalignments. Feel lots of past life drama. Okay, let's delete that. A lot of miasms. So let's clear everything that's coming up. Delete it. The body, the spirit, the mind, soul, higher source, higher self. Open the exit portals under chin, under arm, hands. Open up the fingers, the feet, the toes, the genital, the bladder, the colon goes weak. Sacrum, coccyx, tail. Down and out. Let's delete the sensations, the emotions and reactions. Thinking, emotions, feeling. Sources, the reasons, a lot of causes there. Past, future. Triggers, issues, and choices. Mind weaknesses, people thinking of each other. Some patterns and programs. A lot of that coming up. Not knowing. Father. Freedom, site, money, and sex. Okay. So desire, triad. Yeah, so money, finance, and prosperity goes weak from thinking of others, thinking of you, people thinking of each other, from yourself even. Yeah. Some patterns and programs there. And it goes back feels like 900 years. So let's, even one contained. Down to earth, finite, big and little, heavy, light, serious, silly, down to zero, my spinning. Okay, let me know how that's going, Grace. I'm just resetting you. Okay. And Lisa, I don't know if you're here. Okay. And then let's look at Paula. Long-time feeling of being a failure. Okay, so Paula, how does that feel now? The long time feeling being a failure. Okay, let's make in success, no success. Okay. Feeling of being a failure. Failure, no failure, success, no success. Pressure in your chest. Pressure. Okay, let's clear sensations, emotion, and reactions. Same, not same, different, not different, changing, perception. It's external, it's the mind, non-physical. Spiritual. Okay, spiritual. Let's clear trauma, illness, limitations, fear, karma. Okay, let's clear. Can't be accepted women to stand out in the field. Okay, all right. We got a lot of stuff going on. Even not everybody's stuff that's coming up here. The pressure, the emotional, and the accepted. So psychological, psychic for all of you, from others, and collective, family, other lives, future. Okay, good. Okay. Mistaken identity, sensations, emotions, and reactions in the body, the mind. Reactions to sensations, sensation reactions, reaction to emotions, emotion reactions, reactions to thinking, thinking reactions, reaction to memories. Okay, good. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Same, different, not different, changing, not changing, perception. So misinterpretation and misinformation, the collective and family. So all their misinformation, that's what happens is that people go down these paths of people because it's what everybody does, right? It's people want to use their mind to solve issues. The answer is not ever in the mind. It's always in the physical intelligence. So whatever you or somebody else is telling you is what is the problem, it's not the problem. Because if once you have the truth is the correct answer to the correct question, it solves itself. Meaning your nervous system goes, oh, boom, I know what to do, and puts itself back in order. Okay. Good. Okay, good, Lisa. So how are you doing, Grace? So Grace and Paula. Grace and Paula, if you can tell me how you're doing. Okay, there's a shutdown. So let's delete the shutdown. There's a religion. There we go. Let's delete all those hooks, cut all those cords, those ties, those attachments, sentiment stories, strengthen you to hold your own, hold your ground, hold the light. You're to your truth, your whole truth, all the truth. Sad. Okay. Okay, some sensations, some emotions and reactions, Paula. So let's make the emotions even. And all the sadness, letting go of the old self, habit, pattern, program, down and out. Hands and fingers, feet and toes. Is that your sadness or other people's? It is your sadness, actually, but also collective and family. There we go. Okay, let's strengthen you back to feeling, back to your heart. Then let's send the mind out. Other people's bodies, spirits, other people's minds. And there is a lot of grief going on. So we have to keep always checking, is it mine or not mine? Mostly it's probably not yours. In this case, now it's not. But let's delete it out of your astral, aura, etheric, out of your soul. Higher source, higher self. Let's clear that connection, you and everybody here. Clear that, anything that's blocking that soul, higher source, higher self from the past. And all negative spiritual energies, we call them the non-beneficials, call them the non-bennies. So like that even one contained, send them off. Forgive, forget. Sentiments and stories. Okay. Reset, report you to yourself, you to the planet, universe. Okay, let me know how you're doing now, Paula. And I'm going to look at, okay, we've got Jeanette, career blocks. Okay, Jeanette, how's that feeling now? Still feel like a failure. Sadness is gone. Still feel being a failure. So no weakness there. It's other people's. It's a collective misinterpretation. There is no such thing as failure and mistakes. There's just experiences around which we have weaknesses. So we strengthen to the experiences, to the weaknesses, and we delete them down to 0 minus infinity. And the programming effects. Okay, let's strengthen everybody here downloading. Some of you who did the financial paid group we did last month, you got this in the group and in the audio, but I'm going to bring this down here. Just a program here that there's no failure, there's no mistakes, there's just experiences. But let's strengthen and even out failures to success, success to failures. Okay, there's a weakness there. Success triggers the failures. So strengthen for success. And let's go to the truth of what is success, right? Because that's not even, people don't even really know what success means. Because there's many people who wind up getting the fancy house and tons of money in the car and they're miserable. And what kind of success is that? Now, it doesn't mean you can't be successful and rich and happy. It is possible, but we want to clear all of the misconceptions. And it's a cultural and religion. Okay, Paul, let me know how that goes. So eliminate, free, and release. Okay, Jeanette, career blocks, 10, 20. Okay, so at 80%. So whatever's left, the 80 to 100%, it's external. It's in the mind, non-physical. It's spiritual. It's karma. So there's a direct, indirect, partial, indirect. Okay. Oh, good. Paul, I'm glad you're better. So let's leave that karma. It is a career karma. This life, future. In the future. Okay, let's clear the future lives. This karma out. Let's delete the karma. And delete out the future. Self. It's a collective. Family. What comes up is the culture, age, or generation. It's your age. So you want to delete that karma. It's an indirect, direct, indirect. It's indirect karma. It's cultural. U.S. culture, other culture, U.S. culture. Now let's delete all the negativity in the U.S. culture about, retirement and age and all of that. People used to just work, do whatever until then they passed away, right? And now we have this different thing. Okay, you're feeling frustrated, okay? Okay, let me finish up with Jeanette. Okay, let's delete this karma. Okay, there's a rejection, so delete that. Okay, no need to suffer. Okay, let's tell me, Jeanette, how that's feeling. I am listening. I'm feeling so frustrated. Internal, emotional, psychic, others, ancestors, collective. Yeah, now let's delete that. Opening up your potential possibility, you and everybody else. Okay, so Mary, working on you, leaving that frustration. You to the group, group to you to other people's questions, your own questions. Fear, remember what fear and guilt, sadness, rigidity, embarrassment. So who's that coming from? It's that your ancestors. Culture, something triggered them here. Okay, so their illness, weakness. So ancestors, so Mary, for you, ancestors karma around illness. So deleting that. This lifetime, the future, and the present. Okay. And that is called collective, family. Yeah, it's like this overload there. So for direct, person direct, collective, it's a collective karma, religious. Yeah, okay, that's lightening up. So delete the karma neutrality or strengthen karma neutrality. This is a reaction. So your reactions, the body, the spirit, the mind. Your spirit is reacting. Your spirit to their body, their spirits. So your spirit is reacting to your ancestors and collective spirits. So, okay, let's get you up to speed with, because I think you came in later. All the strength we did before. Full application. Empty the mind, spirit, empty the spirit. Other people's minds, other people's spirits. Isolation and punishment. In between life karmas. No need to suffer. Okay, eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget. Okay, Mary, let me know how you're doing. We're going to open up your exit portals too. A little bit of shutdown for you. Lying, denying, numbing, shutting down. Numbing, suppressing and forgetting. Under chin, under arms, hands, fingers, feet, toes, jawbone, under colon, sacrum. Okay. And everybody, reset, reprogram, restart. Back to natural, neutral. Okay, Dwight, increase physical intelligence at work for getting info. Okay, physical intelligence at work, at home. At work, at home. Yeah, okay, there's a weakness there. So forgetting, no weakness to forgetting. Lesson. Okay, we'll just strengthen you, automatic, strengthen and delete. Let's keep breathing, Mary, and keep, we're putting it on some automatic there. Let it go down and out. Open up. Let it leave. Deserving, commitment, neutral. You are not neutral. Positive, not positive, negative, neutral. You to yourself, you to the planet, you to the universe. So grounding your energy. Fragmentation, separation, disconnection, reconnecting you back to you. Okay. So Dwight, physical intelligence at work. We'll just have to even it out. And if you're here, Dwight, you might be working. So physical intelligence at home is good. At work, make them even. And is it your physical? Who weakens your physical intelligence? Other people weakening your physical intelligence. Their body, their spirit, their minds. Other people's minds. Okay, so resetting. It's external. And the spirit, physical, psychic. Okay, so let's strengthen psychic. Limitations and miasms from others. Some spells. Let's clear the spells. The collective and religion. Other lifetimes, being under a spell, like being under spells, like slavery kind of thing at work. So let's start all of that for you and everybody here. All even, all one contained. Down to earth, finite. Reset, reprogram, restart. Tell me how that feels now, Dwight. Okay, and then Leoric, increase the growth opportunity at work. Increase growth opportunity at work. Opportunity goes weak. Moving out, movement in head area. Okay, does that feel okay, Dwight, or does it feel upsetting? And anyway, not upsetting, but does it feel like it makes you unbalanced, or just feel like stuff is moving? lighter. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, great. Okay. Balance. Okay, balance, understable. Okay, Mary can let me know how you're doing. And I'm going to check on, I don't know if Leo or Leoric is here. Increase growth opportunity work. At work. Opportunity. She goes weak. So okay, good. Yeah, I just felt like there was a lot for you coming up, Mary, that had to just whew. Sometimes there's just like a big we hit on something, it's like, holy cow, there's all this crap, and then it's just got to come up and then process out. Yeah. Biggest thing is anytime you're doing this kind of work or anything, when stuff comes up, we want to react because it's like, oh geez, it feels like a tidal wave. And this is just for you, but this is for everybody. We just want to keep opening up the exit portals and let everything move down and out, because it's good that it comes up, because then we're clearing it, but then it can feel unsettling in the moment. But if you just kind of allow it to come up and down and out, then it will resolve. Okay, I don't know if Leo is here. So we have strength you for opportunity. At work, opportunity at work goes weak. Okay, is it you? Is it the workplace? Is it the bosses? Is it the company? Boss, company, industry, co-workers. Co-workers goes weak. So some weakness with the co-workers. So let's clear everything for Leo, Leoric. I hope it's okay if I call you Leo. That's what I want to call you with this. But if not, you can let me know. So it's clear for Leo, Leoric, some of the co-workers. Everybody, you're with your coworkers, past, present, future, even everything out. And delete all mental, emotional, spiritual, and psychological, psychic, down to 0 minus infinity. And what area of life is it really? Well, first was in the mind, the conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. Okay, there's some negative benefit, non-many entities there. So him, the coworkers, the workplace, the coworkers. So we got them spirit attachment, darkening, some entities and demons and walk-in kind of things with the coworkers. Let's make the coworkers even. Take these non-beneficial energies even. Shrink them down. Lasso them up. Make you strong to them, separate from it, separated from you, and send those energies away. And we're going to just download you and everybody here. Dr. Yuen's career strengthening programming. So everybody's got it. And automatically strengthening, deleting, resetting. Okay, reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, so Leo, I don't know if you're here, but let me know how that feels. Seems better to me. Okay, and Rajesh, increase visibility and attract more clients through marketing efforts. Okay. Okay, so increased visibility is good. Attract more clients goes a week. Okay, so let's make all the parts of your question even. Attracting. It's the attracting. It's not the more clients. So less clients, no less clients, more, not more. So I don't know if you're here, Rajesh. So your previous, your current, and your future clients, those need to be even. So previous, present, and future, past, present, future. So there's a weakness with the present ones. So just make those strong. Whatever weaknesses are there, you, them to you. Some external influences. Their mind, non-physical, spiritual. So let's clear the spiritual. Illness, some illness, weakness, and miasms and karmas. So all those spiritual experiences. your business to the benefits to business, clients to the benefits, them getting answers, action, and results. So strengthen results to receive, feel, and perceive. Clear the perception. Then to be ready, to be open. There's some weakness to openness. There's other lifetimes and present and past. So a lot of timeline weaknesses there. Okay, and then there's some spirits. You or them. Them to you. Some dark energy going there. Okay, let's strengthen all your marketing. Put strong energy into it. It's 100%, but not infinite potential. So we're going to make that infinite potential. And actually down to 0 minus infinity. So the weakness is deleted down to 0 minus infinity. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay, reset, reprogram, restart. So Raj, I don't know if you're here. If you are, let me know how that feels. Okay, Sebastiana. Okay, remove self-doubt about competence and ability to lead a course, attract clients who want invest in themselves from an event. Okay, okay, let's make this, simplify this more. Heavy to light. So simple, yeah, more simplification of the questions. Self-doubt, no weakness there. Competence is good. Ability, lead a course, attract clients, invest in themselves, event. Okay, let's strengthen the event. So all the other stuff feels strong. I don't feel any weakness, self-doubt or competence, ability to lead, even attracting, but clients to the event to clients. How about the event itself? There's some weakness with the event itself. It's not infinite potential. So, she's probably sleeping because she's on a different time zone. So, Sebastian, I don't think you're here, but if you are, let me know. So let's strengthen the event itself. Let's strengthen the day, the time goes weak. The day, the time, the location, strengthen the location. And we want to have purpose. So with purpose to the event to purpose. No, that's actually good. So how about the benefits and results of the event? Benefits and results to the event. An event, the benefits, results. There we go. And let's make it so that they're perceiving that. The advertising, promotions goes a little weak. Yeah, I feel stronger now. And everything around it, connecting, communicate, coordinate, synergize, fit, and working together. That feels better. So people coming to the event, you to see what you want, what you need, desire. Need goes weak. So needs. Okay, where's it coming from? It's external. It's the mind, non-physical. It's emotional and psychic from others. It's collective and yourself, other lifetimes, into the present. And a karma there. So let's delete the karma. Karma about, okay, there's some career, job, career goes, well, is fine. Job, career, business, education. Direct, indirect, partial, indirect. It's indirect. And it's collective. So let's delete that. Let's clear the area, the neighborhood, the community, the country. Something with the country and community. Let's make them strong, to be ready, to be open, receptive to what you're offering. And let's delete this karma. Some reactions there. Isolation, punishment, and revenge. No need to make others suffer. Let me know how everybody's doing. So we're going to reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, and then we have one from Marqueta. My products are selling, orders and clients are coming in. Okay. Products, selling, order, clients coming in. Products, selling, orders, clients coming in. Okay, let's just strengthen for things coming in. We want the things, we want to strengthen everybody here too. We want to have greater income, right? We want to have, but there can be a negative association with that word income. We don't want things coming in that we don't want. So let's strengthen for income, financial income, money income, everything coming in that you want, that you need, that you desire. Raise up the frequency, the vibration, the energy. Okay, Marketa to having more stuff, more orders into Marketa. Goods, services, the business, the marketing, the operations, the clients, and the benefits. So we have to all that strong for everybody. So the company, the industry, the customers, the goods and services, and the benefits. And the income. Let's make those all even. It's all connecting, communicate, coordinating goes weak. Synergize, fitting, and working together with strength, endurance, with flexibility. So more flexibility, agility, coordination, and speed. So let's speed that up. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, and restarting. All right, how is everyone doing? Okay. Mary had a question. What is next in the future? Okay, that's a fairly big question. You to future you. Let's strengthen you just to get your own feeling, perception, intuition, your own insight goes weak, knowing, and foresight. So let's ground your energy. I know that's the short version. Clarity, confidence, and strength. Everybody here for clarity, certainty, confidence, programming you for ease, for joy, for grace, for calmness, everything that you need to, you're working with your career, make it simple, calm, easy, no big deal. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay, good. Okay, good, June. Feeling good. Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here. It's been great having you here. I feel like we've moved a lot of energy. As I say, this evening. For me, it's this evening. For you, it might be morning or another time of day. So just to reiterate, a couple announcements I have is one, I am looking to get a career group going. And again, probably it would be starting around the 23rd of April, something in that range. But I did, oh, good, Mary, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. But do let me know. You can fill out that form that I sent out in the chat. And that's basically just taking inventory of, where you're at, what you need with career. I've just noticed many clients having a lot of changes happening right now with career in general, which is why I chose this topic. I've used the Yuen Method to really support me with my career. For a very long time, many people that do the Yuen Method also have a day job. And so that's, it's really great if you can do that too, if you ever are interested in learning Yuen Method, but having a day job and doing the Yuen Method or something on the side, because if Dr. Yuen used to always talk about that, because if you have a job, then you're not so attached to what happens in your business. And because you have a business in addition to your job, you're not so attached to what happens with your job. So then your energy is more open and more light. What's the cost? Okay, the cost is going to be similar to what I offer when I do. It's the same pricing structure for the 6-week class classes that I offer, such as the fundamentals class. So which is $1,200, and I offer buddy discounts. I offer early bird discounts, so it can cost less than that. But I will be getting some more details and information out. So just keep your eye out on email as well. Um, what I find a lot with career and the Yuen method, I mean, and well, really, just in general, is it can take, I don't want to say it can take time because things can also change very quickly too. But when you're trying to make a wholesale change of maybe moving from one industry to another, or a totally different kind of position to another, or creating some really new things in your business, this is why I do 6 weeks, because we want to get more. You usually need to have more momentum going, and that's why we do that. Because I've had the situation where, for example, when I first started doing the Yuen method, um, of course, I was learning it, and I was looking at all areas of my life. I wanted to leave my job. I wanted to leave. I was living in the Bay Area. Relationship stuff was happening. So pretty much every area of life was like up for change. And I had the idea, let's say like in early spring, like, I want to move and I want to have a part-time professional job so I can also then do the Yuen method as a business. Well, that was springtime. Then I had to go through all sorts of tons of clearing, strengthening, and deleting to be able to just even be at my existing job, and then to figure out where I was going to move and align everything to make the move, and then to get a job. I moved without a job. So I didn't get a job until 9 months later. So I'm just saying that so that you have realistic expectations, but also kindness with yourself, that there is always a divine timing. Even though we do this method and things can shift quickly, there's still a timing from the universe for those shifts to happen. So that's just my word of the day on that. And I'm also going to do just a paid 2-hour group in April, and it's going to be 2 weeks from today. Again, I'm going to get this information out. This information is going to come out to you this week about the pay 2-hour group and the career group. The 2-hour group, what I'm noticing for a lot of people, there's just so much happening in the world, and I want to do a group that is giving you some techniques about staying centered in yourself, and also clearing the heaviness and not taking things so seriously, and really connecting consistently into that joy and that high vibration energy. Because if you are trying to make any kind of shifts in your life, or you just want to stay centered while all this crazy stuff is happening in the world, your vibration, your energy needs to be stronger and higher than what's going on around us, and also neutral. So I'm going to be giving some techniques, and then we're going to be doing some strengthening and deleting, and I'm going to take you through some other exercises that I have in mind to really bring you into that joyful place. And then, as always, I create an audio, a strengthening audio recording that you can listen to on a daily basis to reinforce what we did, and it's kind of like, I don't want to say brainwashing you, but kind of is reprogramming you in the direction that you want to be, which I'm seeing for a lot of people, that they're feeling like they're getting sucked into a lot of the negativity that's happening, and also that they feel guilty for feeling good. Well, we want you to feel good. If you feel good, then the more of us that feel strong, we're raising the vibration for those that don't, so that then they can connect with that strength and that high vibration. So it's not selfish to feel good. The better you feel, all the people that connect to you feel that too. So even by coming here tonight, just give yourself like a pat on the back for always showing up to this. Even if you never do individual sessions or groups or anything paid with me, just by coming to this, you are improving not just yourself, but you're improving all the people that you are connected to. And that's very powerful. And that's what we all need right now, is to have that inner heart where we are lifting each other up instead of bringing each other down. And that's going to be my final word for today. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day or night. Stay strong And remember to have fun and enjoy. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.